was our goal, definitely, is what it means. We wanted to be in the next stage. We wanted to play in the quarters final. And I really believe, and is my feeling, that we deserve to be there. We knew that the way Man United is going to play, it's not easy to come here and to take the control of the game, knowing that they love the open space to counter-attack. First half, we were not at our best. We sorted some things at half time, and I think the team improved the last 30 minutes of the second half, even with the reaction and the goal from Bruno. I think you control the game. You start to find always Sanderberg alone every single moment of the game, and after from that we built, or to Sasha, or to Emil, or to Andreas as well. And all the extra time was the same. We took the control. To come here and to take the game for their defensive half and to be there always the ball. We know always that we take risks in that situation, because since Garnacho came in, they had the pace of him to create problems, and was the only problems that he created from the situations, counter-attack situations. They had chances like we had as well. In that aspect, I think the game was balanced, but much more as on control, much more us taking the responsibility to control the game on the ball is our way, is our identity. And overall, looking to the game, I really believe that Fulham deserve to be in the next stage.
And it says a lot about the players' mentality that after not getting it over the line in 120 minutes, that they can step up, score their penalties.
Yes, I love the composure for our team. We prepared really well the game. We knew we were ready for everything what the game can demand from ourselves, for the 90, for the under 20, even for the penalties. And the composure, as you said, for our players was great to see Raul, Sander, William, and after Robinson to do the way they did it. And of course, I told the players in the last seconds before the penalty shootout that we came from a long way to be in the next stage. I know that it's not easy away from home with this crowd to take the responsibility in that moment to the penalty shootout, but was a moment for us to embrace the challenge and to go and to do what we prepared and the way they did it on the training session, and they did it fantastic. And of course, Leno was a moment for him to do his part, and he did it in a great way.
Simon.
Marco, a couple of years ago you came here and you seemed to be in control of an FA Cup tie and it all went wrong. Do things like that spur you on to not for that to happen again, or is it just completely different and you're looking at this and you've got a chance to kind of create club history, I suppose?
We haven't spoke once about that tie, to be honest. The way when you prepare this game, I spoke with your colleagues in the pre-match conference, because they asked me. With our players, we didn't mention once that moment. It's already passed more than 2 years ago or 2 years ago. As you told you, the game in that afternoon went more or less in the same direction until the 75 or 77 minutes, because until that moment we were clear the best team on the pitch, like most of the times we were this afternoon as well. But was not. Football is not about to think what's happened 2 years ago. I think right now it's been a very hard work for all of us. We are in a better place, even losing players, selling the best players, breaking records of sellings in our football club. And we are in a different place. We are more mature. But you can see the identity is the same. We like to play football. We like to enjoy the challenge. And for me, it's the main thing to see that everybody recognizes right now Fulham as a very good club in Premier League.
Does creating history mean anything? Because this club did get to an FA Cup final. Most of the big teams, not Manchester City, but most of the big teams are out. There is an opportunity for someone.
From the first day of the competition, is not just now because we won against Man United, and the next one probably is going to be harder than this one, and it's going to be a Palace at home, but it's always the quarters-finals and another stage, and you cannot never think that because you are home is going to be different, because it's really tough to win football matches at this level. But we want, and from the first day I said, and I've been saying that we were really serious in the competition. We aim high. Is a big competition for us. We don't know what's going to happen, where we are going to, what we are going to achieve, or where is going to be the last stage for us. But we want to think in the last day of the competition. If you are going to be able and show the quality to do it, we never know. But each game we are going to do in that way. The players have been really serious. doesn't matter against Watford, against Wigan. The way we prepare ourselves, the motivation was the same in that game like was this evening against Man United, and this is the main thing for us. Now the next one is against Palace at home. It's going to be really tough, very good, difficult team to play at home because they have been great away from home. The right time we are going to prepare ourselves to that game. And you want, now that you are in quarters, you want to play the semi-finals.
Right, I'm going to take 4 questions there. So that's 1 here, 2, 3 and then 4. Dom.
It felt like the final 15 or 20 minutes of normal time was quite frantic, quite end-to-end, and extra time was all like that. So after your team came through that, you must have been immensely proud with how they came across in the penalty shootout. 4 excellent penalties and then 2 saves from the goalkeeper, who I know you really rate highly.
Definitely. Okay, about Leno, not just because he defended the penalties, was the reason why he was, and we waited a long time for him to be able to come for our football club after us to be champion in that season. We knew his quality. He's one of the best goalkeepers in Premier League, in my opinion. He's been showing that week in, week out the last 2 years and a half, and he did show at Arsenal, of course, and when he was at Leverkusen too. As you told, it was a big fight. It was hard. Of course, the players, they were already tired at the last 30 minutes. But as you mentioned, it's not easy we can come here to give the ball for Man United and wait around our box and after to try to punish them in counter-attack and give the responsibility of the game for them. But it's not our way. We can play in that way, but it's not our identity. We like to do in a different way. You like to be the dominant team on the pitch, and we took that risk. And because the chances that Man United created as well was some counter-attacks, some fast attacks where they are strong. But we like to take this responsibility. The players, they enjoyed it as well. And as you said, I'm really proud the way they kept even very tighter, less energy, the way they kept the composure and the personality in that moment.
Question.
Hi.
Emil Smith-Rowe came back today, maybe played more minutes than you might have envisaged he was going to play, but what do you make of his performance today?
It's difficult to talk about just one player. As you know, he's a really important player for us. He can do different things. He's a player that if you can get him between the lines, he's a player that can make the difference. He had some good moments. He has a great finish there, good save from Onana as well. And every time he's on the pitch, if you make the ball arrive in certain areas, he can make the difference. And he's different than the others, but I cannot mention just him. Andres before him, Andres Pereira did a great job, a great game. On and off the ball, the way he did control really well Bruno most of the time, and after the way he was decisive in some moments of the game. Overall, okay, the performance from Sanderberg was at high level. It's difficult to mention or to talk just about Emil.
Mark, you obviously had a great league season, you had a chance at qualifying for Europe through there. There's a lot of managers who would probably just focus on that, but I mean, you left some big players out of your team in midweek. I think that just illustrates how hungry you are to win this competition this season.
Show the respect that we have for this competition, but show the confidence that we have in all the squad. It's not easy when you play Saturday and 3 days after in Premier League, and you know how it's tough Premier League, to change 5 players one game to the other. Just show that all the players they know, they know really the identity of the team, the way you want to play, and I trust on all of them. Of course, I changed 5, but that 5 they came in, 2 they played this afternoon. Rodrigo kept the position, Andres Pereira kept as well his position on the 11. But yes, it's not 2 things in that game. Was to thinking about that we needed, and the game is going to demand from us fresh legs, and of course, 30% was in our mind the game against Man United.
Final question, Jack.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Obviously, if Donald went over, which left you just one natural winger, but your team adapted very, very well to the situation. How do you think your team adapted to that situation? And can you give us an update on Donald?
Yes, we are in a difficult moment in the wide areas, definitely. As you know, Reece Nelson is going to be out until the end of the season. Harry Wilson is going to be some more weeks out as well. And we are short. You are short. We are trying to take the best from William. William didn't play enough the last 6 months, and of course he's trying to get in the best shape. And now with the injury of Adam and, you know, this type of games, Man United didn't give a lot of chances for the counter-attack because they were most of the time playing they're in counter-attack, but Adam is always a threat in that type of moments. Even when you switch aside, the ball arriving on our right side, he is capable to 1v1 to create something. And without him, of course, we adapted well. We changed the position of Alex, and Alex is not so strong on the right if you compare with the left, but did a great job defensively as well, Alex. And let's see, he twisted his ankle and painful right now. We have to assess him the next few days and see if he's going to be ready or not for the next one.
Thanks,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.